What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 13 value plays. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, in this video, I'm going to give you some value plays. Not the top priced players, not the lowest priced players. The guys right in the middle, around 5 to 7K salary range. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, my value play at quarterback for Week 13 is Jameis Winston from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Carolina Panthers, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Jameis Winston has scored 26 and 17 fantasy points in his last 2 games, averaging 20.9 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets 5.2 rushes per game, 7 rushes last game, 26 fantasy points. Jameis Winston is only $6,000 DraftKings salary. He's $1,500 more on FanDuel, projected at 21.3 fantasy points here in Week 13. He's got a great matchup playing at home. Look for Jameis Winston to solidify his starting job here versus the Carolina Panthers. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's see who we have at running back. My Week 13 value play at running back is Philip Lindsay from the Denver Broncos playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who have the absolute worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Philip Lindsay has scored 20, 27, and 10 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 15.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets 2.8 targets per game and 12.3 rushes per game. He got 14 rushes last game, put up that 20-point game. Philip Lindsay is only $5,400 DraftKings salary. He's $1,600 more on FanDuel. He's projected at 15.6 fantasy points here in Week 13. Philip Lindsay might be my favorite pick of the week. He's done nothing but produce. He scored over 10 fantasy points in his last 5 games, over 15 in the last 4 of 5. Philip Lindsay is a legit running back. He's explosive. So yeah, I love Philip Lindsay here versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My Week 13 value play at wide receiver is Corey Davis from the Tennessee Titans playing the New York Jets, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Corey Davis has scored 24, 5, and 29 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 13.4 fantasy points per game and an average of 7.3 targets per game. That is great volume and amazing production from Corey Davis, who is only $5,500 DraftKings salary, $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 14.1 fantasy points here in Week 13. I like Corey Davis at home. Marcus Mariota has been heating up. Corey Davis has a great matchup, and I like the price on both sides. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My value play at tight end for Week 13 is Jared Cook from the Oakland Raiders playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Jared Cook has scored 11, 12, and 9 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 13.1 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 6 targets per game, Jared Cook is only $4,700 DraftKings salary. He's $1,500 more on FanDuel, and he's projected to get 11 fantasy points here in Week 13. The matchup is great. It's a home game for Jared Cook. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to DraftDashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. My super secret value play for Week 13 is Tyler Lockett for the Seattle Seahawks playing the San Francisco 49ers, who have the 9th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Tyler Lockett has scored 25, 12, and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 15 fantasy points per game on the season. He's got 5 to 6 targets in the last 3 games, so it looks like those numbers are increasing as he gets more involved. It looks like he gets 1 rush attempt a game. He's fast, so he can break one. Tyler Lockett is only $5,800 DraftKings salary. He's $900 more on FanDuel. Projected at 13.2 fantasy points here in Week 13. It's a home game. Russell Wilson has been playing really well. I love the big playability of Tyler Lockett. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for Week 13. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.